Good to see you.
You too.
I think the last time we talked, Kings and Queens had just come out. I think the world just like flipped upside down. I think I was broadcasting out of my closet. It was
Oh,
right.
I remember like March or April or something
Yeah, it
like
was like in the beginning of all that madness. So fast forward a year later, how are you? How's life? Let me in.
that. I'm good, kind of living more normally now, so it feels good, you know?
Yeah, I feel like last year we all had to work on ourselves and we couldn't do anything normally really. We were kind of like just inside. What did you learn about yourself? Anything interesting? Anything surface?
Um, that I like traveling more for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
I
I'm not
realized how much I love to travel during that time and going out to eat.
yeah, I'm not a homebody. Like, yeah, I like to chill for like a few hours, but I'm not like a person who stays home like all the time. Like I realize that. So I'm excited that the world is slowly getting back to normal.
Little by little. And yeah, I feel like this past year was a lot of like binging and TV, Netflix. One of the shows that I watched, and I thought about you when I watched this, was this Framing Britney Spears documentary. Did you see this?
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just kind of curious where your thoughts were on the documentary, and also I was thinking of you because obviously you're in the public eye, and you have some success under your belt now. You put in some like restrictions to kind of limit yourself and give you some privacy just for longevity and mental health?
Yeah, I mean, I surround myself with really amazing people. I think that's super important. And again, I think who you surround yourself with, you kind of are like they say, like tell me who your friends are, and that's who you are, right? So I really like surround myself by really genuine, down to earth people, and that's super important. And my family keeps me humble. My
Don't
family,
they always?
yeah, yeah, they're really funny. But that documentary, yeah, made me sad. You know, back then I feel like it was okay, not okay, but people let it slide. Like when people spoke to women like a certain way about their bodies, and I think now, thank God, like people have changed a bit. Like so, it's not like you can't really do that anymore without like being like yelled at.
I agree. Like as an interviewer, just watching that from that perspective, I'm like, really? You're going to ask that? Like that's insane. So I think what you said, I think we have changed a little bit for the better. I hope so since that
Yeah,
time.
I
But
think we have.
yeah, yeah. But surrounding yourself with family and good people, that's what comes first, right?
That's number one.
And I think last time, since we talked, obviously you released "My Head and My Heart," which is just a huge song. So congrats on the success. It sounds so
Thank
big in Philly. So
you. Thank
go,
you. I'm excited.
Good Morning America. You just performed it on there. Like, how you feeling?
It's nuts. Like I'm really excited, and it's all obviously not the same because it's not like live in studio, but it's still Good Morning America, and it's still really cool. So I feel blessed to be doing this from home, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, the song sounds so. It's impossible not to like dance or at least like bop around a little bit. Like it's just so infectious.
Thank you. I cannot make dance music. Like I love dance music.
Oh yeah, well we love that you make dance music. It makes us happy. So from what I understand on your social media, you're back in the studio. Like you just can't stop working.
I am. I am. I'm really excited about this next chapter. I once everyone's out of quarantine, I feel like that's when I'm gonna release even more things and bops.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this. Obviously, there's got to be some type of pressure releasing a debut album, right? You're trying to like establish who you are as a person, as an artist. But be honest, is there more pressure putting out a second album, especially when your debut album was so successful?
Mm, not really for me because obviously when I look at comments, I get very like stressed out sometimes because they're kind of rude. But then I'm like, honestly, if I could do it like last year during a pandemic, I think once the world opens back up, I'll have more excitement for it, like because again, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna see my fans, and that's all it's about performing. So I don't really think about like releasing a song and oh, is it gonna be successful? I think, oh my God, I can't wait to perform that song. Can't wait to see this fans like sing the lyrics. So I don't really look at it that way. I don't know. I'm just really excited for this next phase.
So you read actual comments that like fans leave you and stuff like that on
I
YouTube,
mean,
on
you
Instagram?
can't not. Like when people say they don't, it's like, yeah, you can do it for a certain amount of time, but it's there. It's like sometimes you see it, or sometimes I get sent these comments, or sometimes I'm scrolling and I see something. It's like, it's hard not to, but you got to be kind of strong to it. You got to be like, okay, I know my self-worth, and these people, the mean people who talk, crap, you can't really, they probably have something going on in their lives. So
Absolutely. And usually when people go online, they usually go online to complain or say something. It's very rarely they go online to, like, give praise, but there are those people, and we love them. The praise people.
Yeah.
So talk to me about this next chapter. Do you have a vision in mind, a concept before you go into the studio? Like, do you have certain things outlined and blueprinted before you go in, or is it a clean canvas?
I know exactly what I want to write about. I feel like, especially now, like everything I'm experiencing right now, you are all going to hear. And I'm experiencing a lot right now. I'm in my 20s. I'm living in LA, and I feel like, especially after the pandemic, I've gone through some stuff that I'm writing about, and I'm excited for people to hear it.
Well, now I'm so curious about the stuff. I guess I won't know until you release new music.
Yeah, I mean, it's also really fun dance music as well. I can say that. I really love to dance, and I love making people dance. So yeah.
Are there like must-haves in the studio? Like, do you have to like set like a certain ambiance? You have like a certain candle that's lit. You have to like drink a certain something. Like, what's the vibe like?
There's really no recipe. You just got to go in with your whole heart, kind of just like spill it all out, I like to get on the mic, and I never know what's going to come out. So
That's what I do when I go on the radio. I don't know what's going to happen, but we just crack the mic and see what happens.
That's the best.
Right? You just have to let it flow organically sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some nuggets? Are there certain people that you want to collaborate with on this project in this next chapter? What can you tell us about this? I'm excited.
I can't say much, but all I know is that, a lot is brewing. I feel like a witch brewing her like potions right now, because I'm making so much music that I don't even know what's gonna make the next album, because it's just a lot is coming out.
Yeah, I always found that to be so interesting when you're putting together a project and a full length album. How do you decide what makes the cut and what gets booted off, and maybe they're added to the deluxe version or something? How do you make that decision?
Well, for me personally, I'm all about themes and like storylines. So the album, whatever the album title is, it has to go with that, right? So like if something doesn't really fit, I just don't put it on there. So, and of course we have to put great music on there.
And I was going to ask you, but it sounds like I know the answer already. Since you're a songwriter and you've been writing all your life, is there ever a worry or concern like, I don't have anything to write about? But it sounds like that's not a problem for you. It sounds like you're constantly writing and writing from experience.
Last year, I did not have anything to write about.
Really? Okay.
Last year, I felt like I was in like a, like probably from like June to like November, I didn't have much to write about. It was the weirdest thing. Nothing was coming out. And then December, January hit. I don't know, like, I guess I was going through some things, and then life started opening back up again. And then bam, everything. I guess I have to live through my music. In a way, like, what do they say? Life imitates art, art imitates life. It's literally what I'm going through all the time with my music. But
so it sounds like when life halted, so did like maybe certain creativity. Like, I feel like the same for me too. When I'm just sitting around the house, I was like, I got nothing, guys. I don't know.
And I thought I did, but then, when I started doing other things and moving around, meeting my friends finally, like, I don't know, I had stories to write about finally. And yeah, it's really exciting, this next chapter. I'm excited.
I'm excited to hear it. If it's anything like what we've already heard, we already know it's going to be awesome and fun and successful. So I cannot wait to hear it. And life is opening up little by little, and we've got to get you back to Philly.
Yes, can't wait to come back.
A live performance. What is that? A live performance. We're excited.
I know. What is that again? Can someone
a concert? What?
Yeah, exactly.
We need that in our lives. So Ava, so good to catch up, and we can't wait to see what's next for you.
Thank you. You too.
See you soon.